there is a leopard in the village, but you can't just go out to public and see that, oh, there's a leopard in the village.
पहले जितना करना ना वो फोटो ले लो.
And the first thing the people try to do is offer it some food. That is the worst thing that you will do to that wild animal.
Sachin says that, hi, this is Sachin Tendulkar, and our rescuer goes like, हाँ ठीक है चलो, thank you.
When I reached over there, I could only see the belly of the python, which was about this thick.
It has a arrow mark on the head, which says that probably if you come closer, पास आएगा तो ऊपर जाएगा.
ठीक है. All right. My name is Asif. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. ठीक है. Okay. No, you do one thing. Send me the location properly. I'm actually driving an ambulance right now. So send me the photographs, right, and the location. I'll arrange somebody to come there. My name is Asif Patrawala and I'm working as a rescuer with an NGO called SARRP INDIA.
माझं नाव शुभम कदम. मी गोरेगावचा स्थायिक आहे. नाण्याचं मोठं इकडेच झालं. नाण्यामुळे मला 6 ते 7 वर्ष झाली असतील या फील्डमध्ये. मी सर्प मित्राच्या फील्डमध्ये. सर्प मित्राच्या नंतर जेव्हा मी सर्प एनजीओ जॉईन केला नाण्या म्हणून कोविडमध्ये 3 वर्ष झाले असेल, 3-4 वर्ष झाली. त्या 4 वर्षांमध्ये मला खूप काय अनुभवलं.
तो अभी अपने को एक कॉल आई है गोरेगांव ईस्ट से कि एक मंकी लंगूर है जो झाड़ पे से गिरा है और इंजर्ड है. तो हम जाके देखेंगे उसकी कंडीशन क्या है और उसको वहाँ से उठा के हम उसको डॉक्टर के पास लेकर जाएंगे जो अपना वाइल्ड लाइफ वेटरिनरी हॉस्पिटल है नेशनल पार्क के अंदर. तो अगर हो सकेगा तो हम ट्राई करेंगे उसकी जान बचाने के लिए.
राईट में डाल दो. आता ऑल ओव्हर मुंबईमध्ये कितीतरी माकडांचं बघा ना, फक्त जंगल एरियाच नाही, साऊथ मुंबईला पण माकडं आहेत. त्यांचे कॉल्स इकडे येतात. पण त्या व्यतिरिक्त जे मेन इम्पॉर्टंट आहे की त्यांना सेफली इकडनं उचलून तिकडे रिलोकेट करण्यापेक्षा त्यांच्यासोबत राहणं.
See, monkeys can carry rabies and they don't even show symptoms of it. So it is always advisable to be safe, and you can take rabies shot only once after you are bitten. So try to avoid not to get bitten. And for precautions, we take tetanus shots once every 6 months so that even if we do get injured, there are no infections because of that.
मंकी के लिए आए थे. ये सामने ही रखा है.
रखा है?
हाँ, अंदर चले जाइए. अंदर चले जाइए.
अनफॉर्चुनेटली उन्होंने बताया कि जैसे ही वो पेड़ पे से गिरा थोड़ी देर में ही उसकी मौत हो गई और उन्होंने उसको एक कार्टन में रखा था. हमने उस लंगूर को कलेक्ट कर लिया है और अभी हम उसको लेकर जा रहे हैं थाने रेंज ऑफिस, क्योंकि उसकी ऑलरेडी अब डेथ हो चुकी है तो उसका ट्रीटमेंट करना पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो कोई सेंस नहीं बनता कि उसको हॉस्पिटल लेकर जाएं और डॉक्टर को ट्रीटमेंट के लिए बुलाएं. तो अब हम डायरेक्टली उसको लेकर जा रहे हैं थाने रेंज ऑफिस में, जहां पर उसका पंचनामा होगा और उसके बाद उसकी बॉडी को प्रॉपरली वो लोग डिस्पोज कर देंगे और ये सारी चीज़ों का एक रिकॉर्ड रखा जाएगा.
There are a certain wild animals which we today call them urban wildlife, which are living in the city amongst the human presence. SARRP India actually was founded by Mr. Santosh Shinde in about 2010, and it all started with rescuing snakes from various localities. We felt that there was a need to educate and make people aware about it also, and at the same time even rehabilitation was very important for these rescued animals. So we simply cannot just take the animal out from their environment where they are living at and not think about where to rehabilitate or where to release them.
So we have this 24/7 helpline number wherein if anyone sees a snake, they give a call on that number. The call has been received by the receptionist or anyone who's handling the 24/7 number. We run a WhatsApp group and also a SARRP India's app wherein we put the call that this is the location and this is the animal's picture. Alright, then the person who's closer to that location then will rush to that location to rescue the animal.
If it's a rescued animal, we just have to make sure that it is not coming into a wildlife schedule. If it is a scheduled animal, it's a wild animal, then we have to do certain legal formalities before going ahead with the treatment and the surgeries. The details provided by the rescuers are important because from which area they are trapped or captured, that also plays one major role to know their ecosystem, their habitats as well as their natural predators. So in case there are bites happening or whether they are from the urban area that they have captured, why the wounds are there, why it is inflicted, whether it was hurt by some person or it was attacked by some wild animal, whatever diseases they are been carrying, these all things can be basically recorded and treated accordingly if you know a proper history of it.
In every campus, in every college, in every school, there should be a subject called as animal welfare, so that we can start inculcating these feelings among children itself. And slowly, gradually, these children also become non-violent towards animal. They understand how the behavior of animal is, and they get more connected. And this is like into our religion also. All the gods are connected some or the other way with animals.
So it really becomes a challenge for us because after rescue, there are people who stays far away from the animal and just trap things from the camera. But on the other hand, we also have people who are really daredevils who have to come close to us and click a selfie with a snake or a leopard which is just now being rescued, no matter it's a venomous or a non-venomous individual.
Many a times the lack of awareness is the biggest challenge I feel amongst the people, because when they see a snake or when they see a monkey or when they see any other wild animal within their locality, they do not understand the animal's behavior. We also see monkeys in our society, and the first thing the people try to do is offer it some food. That is the worst thing that you will do to that wild animal. The moment you interfere with his living conditions, not only you are taking away his instincts from him, but at the same time you are making the animal vulnerable to human contact which may or may not be friendly towards it.
We cannot be cruel to animals because of the Article 48A and 51G as well, which is applied to every Indian citizen residing here. And apart from that, there are Prevention of Cruelty Towards Animal Acts also. IPC 429, 428 are there, but still we are struggling a lot to amend this law because it was made almost 60 years back, and that time the petty fine was 50 to 100 rupees only.
See, nowadays the good thing is most people are very cooperative. Instead of killing the animal like how it used to be earlier, nowadays people want us to come and rescue the animal without harming it.
तो
आपके पास कोई डब्बा वब्बा नहीं है? बॉक्स या डब्बा कुछ है?
So one fine day we got a call from the forest department saying that there's a village in Virar where the locals are saying that there might be a leopard, and there are some locals who have also spotted a leopard which is moving inside their farm or grabbing their dogs and eating them up.
It was very surprising because usually leopards are not found in that area where the calls were coming from, and there are other animals which they could have been mistaken for a leopard.
So we went in the village, and then in the first visit we found out the pug marks of a leopard. I mean, being a wildlife biologist, I know how a leopard pug marks looks like. So I was very sure that there is a leopard in the village, but you can't just go out to public and say that, oh, there's a leopard in the village. So we went in very slowly. We said the villagers that there are no chances that there might be a leopard. Some of you might have spot one, but I don't think that's a leopard. That might be a hyena or a jackal or something. But I knew from inside that it's a leopard.
To investigate further, we installed camera traps at several locations that the leopard was seen frequenting at. We waited for the footages for the next day.
So camera trap is basically a small camera which has an invisible laser which goes out. So if anything moving comes inside between the laser, if the laser cuts off, it clicks the picture. And just when we deployed the camera traps, probably 4 hours from then, we got the images of the leopard, and the leopard was sitting right in front of a camera trap, and the image was so clear that we could actually see the snare which was stuck in the leg.
One of his paws was trapped in a snare, and in order to struggle it free from the snare, he must have pulled really hard, and in that process the snare had penetrated deep into the leopard's muscles and reached to his bone and had seriously injured his front paw. So once the forest department was informed about the leopard and its injury, we, along with the forest department, set up traps in that area. I think a total of about 5 trap cages were set up with bait in them. Then the process of waiting began for all of us.
And there was something interesting about the leopard, that this leopard was so quick, I mean so agile. He was not into grabbing a goat as a bait. For 2 nights he didn't came for the goat. And then we found out that there are the small chicken, legs or the feathers which are all around the village, which gave us a hint that this leopard is more into chickens as compared to the goat. And then we got an idea that let's do one thing, let's just tie up a hen inside a bait. So we tied up a hen, and the same night we just we put a bait as a hen, and then we all went to sleep in the same village. We used to sleep in our ambulance and in the rescue vans. Morning 6 a.m. A villager walks in on our ambulance saying that I think the door of a trap is closed. So we rushed into the cage, and then as I saw inside the cage, there was a leopard which was sleeping just like a domesticated cat. It was really interesting seeing a ferocious predator. Leopards are really shy, but when it comes to leopard, it's a big cat. And he was so lovely that when I was actually looking at him, he was looking at me just like, okay, thank you for grabbing me. I've already got a palm which has a snare on it.
The leopard was immediately shifted to the Sanjay Gandhi National Park for further evaluation and treatment, where the doctors had to amputate his front paw, which was injured, and they decided that the leopard is not fit to be released back into the wild. And at the moment, the leopard is doing really well. He is one of the most active leopards in the Leopard Rescue Center at Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and I'm really grateful to the Forest Department for allowing us to take part in that operation, which was one of the most exciting rescue operations and the most challenging ones that we had faced in our lives. Indian rock python is also found in our area. It is one of the biggest and largest snakes that are there. Usually, whenever there is a call for a python, we assume that it's a highly venomous Russell's viper. And when I reached over there, I could only see the belly of the python, which was about this thick. Okay, and looking at the belly itself, I could understand that it is going to be a huge and challenging rescue for me. And the python, being one of the most aggressive species of snakes, was continuously trying to bite us and attack us. However, we were able to capture it safely, and later on it was moved to a safer and suitable habitat for it.
There was another case of a python which I treated. When the snake was bought here, the legal formalities were already done before coming to the clinic. The rescuers had caught that snake in the afternoon with a prolapse, huge prolapse from the cloacal area, and it also had maggots in it. So we did washings of that particular area. We used ultrasound as a technology to detect what kind of part and any other damage that has been occurred inside the cloacal, the coelomic cavity of the snake. And we tried applications of jellies so that lubrication happens, and then we pushed back the part which was hanging outside.
In India, we have big four venomous snakes which are commonly found in human settlements throughout the India. The most important snake which is very famous is the Indian spectacled cobra, a snake with a spectacle mark on the hood. The other snake is called as a Russell swiper, which is one of the India's most aggressive venomous snake. And how to identify this snake? It's very easy to identify. If you see a diamond-like pattern or a DNA pattern which runs from the head to the tail of a snake, then it's a Russell swiper, very aggressive snake. The other one is called as a crate, which is a snake which is most lethal in India. It's a black snake with white stripes on it. It's a nocturnal snake, hence not that common in Mumbai, but very common if you go in southern India. The fourth one is called as a saw-scaled viper, which is India's smallest venomous snake. Well, it's probably so tiny that if the snake coils around, it goes around the size of a 10 rupee coin, an Indian rupee. It has an arrow mark on the head, which says that probably if you come closer, paas aayega to upar jayega. Alright, so one fine day we got a call from Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. Initially, one of our rescuer picked up the call, and on the call, the Sachin says that, "Hi, this is Sachin Tendulkar," and our rescuer goes like, "Haan, theek hai, chalo, thank you." So we put down a call because it might be a prank. After 5 minutes, the same number rings and he says, "Dude, this is really Sachin Tendulkar, and I need a help from you. I've got a black kite which is injured in my bungalow. So would you guys please come over and have a look at what's happening with the kite?" When our rescuers rushed in there, we saw a black kite which was dehydrated. We told him that probably the kite is dehydrated. We'll have to treat him. Probably in the upcoming 2 to 3 days, the kite will be okay and we'll be happy to release him back in wild. So he made a request to us that when the kite is okay, all you have to do is just bring the kite to me and I want to release him. So we told him that it will take 3 days for the kite to recover, but it was luckily just within 24 hours the kite recovered. And then he was the one who released the kite back in the wild. So that was one of the amazing incidences with Sachin Tendulkar.
The bird is fit and fine to fly. मैं यही कहूँगा कि my friend, you are meant to fly. So take off. Come on. That's good. अगर लोग उनके घर के बाहर या अपने टेरेस पे भी एक छोटे बर्तन में पानी रखेंगे तो इनके लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा.
Most of the time, when it comes to rescuing a wildlife, people are very agitated when it comes to there's a monkey in the society or a snake in the society. So one good quality of Asif I would love to share is he's good with handling the crowd initially. He's quick into action. He knows how to build rapport with the local rescuers, at the same time the callers.
Whenever you see a wild animal like a snake or a monkey or any other wild animal, is not to panic, keep a safe distance. Also assess where the animal is in your locality, whether he is in a place which is abandoned and it has got a good amount of shrubs and bushes growing around, so the animal can live comfortably without any human intervention, or it's in a place where there could be a serious human contact. If you see a snake in your parking lot or in your building lobby, then you definitely keep an eye on the animal. You alert the other residents that may be passing through that place and immediately call the local snake rescuer or the forest department on 1926, and we will be definitely happy to come there and help you in that situation.
No matter any snake bites you, in India, the big four venomous snakes, it's generally said that you have 3 golden hours. Anti-snake venom is the only thing which will save you from snake bites. Never go to a Baba who gives you a mantra for a snake bite. Last and final option is the government hospital. If you reach to the government hospital by following these 3 rules, keeping the person calm, not tying a tourniquet, and just calmly just walking him down to the government hospital, that will save one's life. So that everyone has to do in India.
Animal lovers are like 24-hour service basically. If you see any animal in distress at 2 o'clock, if you know the rescuer, you will go there and call that person. And you will ask for help, because the animal rescuers are removing time, they are removing money, they are generating energy, and it takes a lot of energy to rescue an animal, because you have to give that psychological support first and foremost to a distressed animal. You have to go for a medical help, you have to go for a rehabilitation, and finally when you get the good output of the animal, you are really happy, you really feel happy.
Me being professionally into wildlife, I can earn my bread butter from being a guide or a naturalist in the park. But when it comes to normal snake rescuers, yeah, it's probably a tough job in India. Well, I own a business, Mr. Asif owns a business, so it's easy for us because whenever we get free time, which is on Saturdays and Sundays, we denote this time to the organization.
Don't be cruel to animals, try showing some compassion. If you cannot show or go and touch the animal, make sure that you approach the right authorities and that particular animal has been taken care of. Make sure that you teach this to your friends, family members as well as your kids. Any cruelty that you see around, make sure that you report it.